Hi guys, welcome back to Simi's Kitchen. Today we're gonna put some jerk chicken breast in the air fryer. So I'm gonna show you how to make your jerk seasoning, and what you're gonna need is onion. You'll also need green onion or scallion. I don't have any today, but we're just gonna use our onion. You need your pepper of choice. Traditionally, you use Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper, or you could use habanero. You could use whichever pepper you want for as spicy as you need it. Okay, so I have about a quarter of a ginger. I have jalapeno peppers, and I do have the seeds in one of mine because I don't want it to be extremely spicy. My family don't like it too spicy. So I have about, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 jalapeno peppers, 7 or 8. I think it's 8. 4 has the seeds not in there, and I have 2, 3 smaller ones with the seed in there. I have thyme, and this is the key ingredient to your jerk seasoning is pimento or allspice. Okay, so you will need these. And then I have browning, and the browning is what's going to give it that darker color. If you don't want to use browning, don't. Then I have my Maggi improved seasoning taste. So this is basically going to be a wet one. And I'm still going to season up our chicken breast. So I have black pepper, onion powder, and I have the dried jerk seasoning. This is a spicy one. You don't have to use the spicy one. You can use a mild one. If you can find the mild one, use the mild one. I have garlic powder and adobo. You could also add garlic to your paste. I don't have any garlic, so we're just using garlic powder. Okay, so give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna chop these all up, and then I'm gonna get them in the blender. I'm gonna blend this up and show you what we're looking like for our paste. But first, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump all our dry seasoning. I'm gonna put it in the bag. Okay, I have my chicken here. I already washed and cleaned my chicken. So, and I've cut my my chicken breasts. They were really big, so I cut them in half. So I have a total of 4 or 5 chicken breasts, and we're just gonna put our seasoning in the bag. You want to use about season to your taste, but I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of the adobo, a tablespoon of the garlic, a tablespoon of the onion, and half a teaspoon of that, and just a half a teaspoon of this, because okay, we don't want this too spicy. Well, at least I don't. So because our jerk seasoning is going to be spicy. It has the peppers. It has the peppers and the seeds in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put our seasoning in here, get it all marinated. I'm going to get my blender so I could go ahead and blend all of this up. Okay, now for the thyme, you can use fresh thyme. I don't have fresh thyme. I usually buy like a big old bulk of thyme, and I dry it. I dry it out. Okay, so I don't have to keep going back to the store trying to find it. Whenever I get it, I get it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this in a blender, and we're only gonna use a teaspoon of this, and I'm gonna use another teaspoon of the browning because I don't have a lot. So you just adjust basically these two. You adjust it to the amount of chicken you have. I only have about 4 or 5 pieces of chicken breast, so I don't need a lot. Okay, I'm gonna season this up, and I'll be back, you guys. The regular Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper, I would suggest you use 1 and taste it. taste your seasoning mixture after you finish blending it and see how spicy you want it. Now, if you want it a little bit more spicy, you continue to add as much pepper as you want, okay? That's with the seed. If you don't want it that spicy, you take out the seed, okay? So I'm just going to add this here to my blender. Okay. I'm going to add some of this. All right, that's good. Then, sorry for the shaky hands. Here, gonna add only a small amount of the browning, okay? Because the browning have a strong flavor and you don't want it to overpower your thing. So that's good. All right. So the key to your jerk seasoning is your pimento, okay? Your pimento and pepper. You can't leave these out at all. You could substitute as much of the garlic and the onion and the ginger you want, but you can't leave this out, okay? This is the whole key to it, the pimento. All right, so let me go ahead and put some in here. I'm not counting how many beans I put in there. I'm gonna put about a handful, okay? That's good. I'm only making a small amount, so that's good. All right. The other thing is, depending how wet you want this, you could add water. So I'm gonna blend it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna add water to it if I feel I want it to be a little bit looser. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is what our jerk seasoning paste is looking like. Okay, you want it to be this consistency. Okay, if you want it a little bit wetter, you add more, add more liquid. You add some water to it, but this is good for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and put some on our chicken that we seasoned up earlier. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on there, and I'll be back. Now, for the best result of your jerk chicken, you want it to marinate at least 24 to 48 hours. The marination process is the best key for jerk chicken or jerk pork or jerk whatever, okay? Because the jerk season penetrate through the meat and it get down to the bone, and that's the awesome result of jerk, okay? So like I said, you can substitute how much of like your onion, your ginger, your garlic, your what else? Your different kind of peppers you want, but you cannot leave out the pimento and you cannot leave out the pepper. That's what make jerk. Pimento and pepper is what make jerk, okay? So you could substitute any kind of pepper you want, just not the bell pepper, because that's not gonna make it spicy. You're just gonna have a very, 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 very mild, sweetish paste, and that's not jerk. But the pepper, the ginger, the pimento, you guys, you need it, okay? So this is my paste. I'm gonna put it on my chicken, and we're gonna season this. And again, I'm not letting this marinate. It's chicken breast. I'm making this quick. So I'm just gonna let it sit for about 2 hours. I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge for about 2 hours with the jerk seasoning on it, and then I'm gonna put it in the air fryer. You could do this on a grill. You could do it in the oven. You could do it any way you want, okay? So let me go ahead and season up my chicken and I'll show you and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I seasoned up my chicken breast with my jerk seasoning. And this is what we're looking like, okay? This is how you want your meat to look with the jerk seasoning, okay? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about 2 hours and let it sit in the fridge to marinate. Then I'm gonna put it in our air fryer and cook it up. So I'm gonna air fry this on 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't want it to be dry, so I'm not gonna leave it any longer than that. And chicken breasts don't take that long to cook, okay? So again, this is our jerk wet seasoning, okay? This is what it's supposed to look like, okay? This is what we blended up. This is what we blended up. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, like I said before, you guys could add a little at a time and taste in your jerk while you're blending it. You're tasting your seasoning paste. You're tasting it while you're blending it to see if you want to add any more of anything, okay? If you want to add more onion, you want to add more scallion, you want to add more pepper, you want to add more ginger. You do what you feel you need to do after you taste what you're doing, okay? The key is tasting it and making it to your specification, okay? However good, however spicy you want it, you do that, okay? You don't like the pimento too much flavor, then you do a little pimento at a time and then you can take some out again, okay? All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in a jar and I'm gonna put it in my refrigerator, and you can have this up to a year or two or maybe more, okay? So I'm gonna put it in my fridge in a jar, or I might freeze it, and I'm gonna put our meat in the refrigerator and I'm gonna let it marinate. I do want to show you guys something, so hold on a second. Okay, you guys, so what I'm showing you here is that you can buy jerk seasoning, the jerk paste, in your grocery store, okay? If you live near a Caribbean area, you can buy it already done for you. I'm showing you how to do it, how to make the jerk paste fresh, so you don't have to buy it at the store. But if you have never done it before and you want it fast and quick, and you're not sure about the ingredients, you can just go ahead and buy your paste, okay? They sell it in the grocery store. You can go on Amazon and you can order it. And these are two different brands. They have a lot of different brands on Amazon, okay? I mostly use this one. I mostly use this one right here. The Walker's Woods. I mostly use this one. Grace is good. Grace is good product. And like I said, you also have your dry jerk rub. So you can go ahead and try it just with the jerk rub, the dry one, the dry jerk seasoning first, and see if you like it. And then you can go ahead, if you don't, you go ahead with your wet and see how you like it. You just try whichever way that makes sense to you, okay? You want both, you put both of them on your meats, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get my meat in the refrigerator. I'm gonna go ahead and bottle up the rest of my seasoning and put it in the fridge, and I will see you guys back here in a bit. Okay guys, so I have my air fryer. I have it set at 375 for 20 minutes. And here's my chicken. I had it marinating for 2 hours in the fridge. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my air fryer tray and get it in the air fryer. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, you guys, so here's my chicken. I just put them on my air fryer tray, and this is what we're looking like. Okay, you can see all the seasoning, all the spices we put on our chicken that we blended up in our jerk sauce. You can see it on there. See? And it smells so good already, and we haven't even cooked it. So now I'm just going to put it in our air fryer. I'm going to check it at the 10-minute mark. I'm going to flip them over. And then I'm going to check, see if they're still nice and juicy and done. If they're done, then we're going to take it out. We don't want to overcook this, okay? Because the jerk will penetrate through these chicken breasts really quick, okay? So I'll be back. Okay, you guys, here we are at 10 minutes, and this is what we're looking like. So for me, I could let it brown a little bit more. For me, I'm just going to let it brown a little bit more, and then I'll come back and take it out and let you guys see it. I have approximately 10 minutes left. I'm gonna stop at 15 minutes, see how brown it is for me, and then we're gonna go from here. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip them, okay? Yeah. It's already crisping up around the edges, which is good. Okay. So we're just gonna let it brown for cook for another 5 minutes. If I check it at the 5-minute mark and see that we need to go longer, I'm gonna let it go for the additional 5 minutes. Okay. It's really good so far. All right, so I'll be back, you guys. Okay. Add my additional. All right. I'll be back. Okay, you guys, here is our jerk chicken breast. And I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I hope you guys comment, share, subscribe. Please do subscribe if you find it, if you like the recipe. Please do consider subscribing. I just paired it with some fried plantain. And that's it. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try again. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.